I'm Major General Mike Edwards, Colorado's Adjutant General and Executive Director of the Colorado Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. What do? We train and equip a disciplined force for times of need, and we care for them when their service is complete. Now, of course, it is much more involved than that, so let me explain. The Colorado Department of Military and Veterans Affairs is made up of the Colorado National Guard, the Colorado Wing of the Civil Air Patrol, and the State Division of Veterans Affairs. The National Guard is the largest of the three, and the National Guard is the oldest branch of the United States military. Back in 1636, the Massachusetts Bay Colonies organized a militia to defend themselves against disaster or attack. Each man from 16 to 60 was to respond to an alarm within 1 minute, and that's how we earned the nickname Minutemen. The United States Constitution provides for an active duty military for our common defense, but it also guarantees each state the right to a militia. That's the National Guard. We are mostly part-time soldiers and airmen who have volunteered to be ready at a moment's notice. The Colorado National Guard formed in 1860, before Colorado was even a state. Then, in 1862, a Confederate plot was discovered. They were going to try to seize gold mines, destabilize the Western Territories, and break the Union's grip on the West. Colorado militia volunteers marched 400 miles in only 3 weeks through winter snowstorms to intercept and stop them at Glorieta Pass in the New Mexico Territory. We've been protecting the interests of Colorado and the nation ever since. As Guard members, we're similar to that old statue of a Minuteman with one hand on his plow and a rifle in his other. Guard members are willing to leave their careers and homes to defend their families and country. It doesn't matter if the enemy is man-made or natural, at home or overseas. The Army National Guard is a reserve component of the Army, trained to Army standards so that during a national emergency, the forces can be seamlessly integrated. The same is true with the Air National Guard. Whatever the Air Force does, the Air National Guard does it too. That's part of the total force strategy. You don't want to keep all your eggs in one basket, so equipment and personnel are spread out across the country and throughout the states. It is a very cost-effective way to keep trained soldiers and airmen ready for whatever may come and to stay connected to our communities. The National Guard has two primary missions. Our federal mission is to prepare for war and defend the homeland. As for the state mission, it is whatever, whenever. Natural disasters don't file a plan before they strike. Fires, floods, tornadoes, whatever. Whenever the governor needs us, we're ready to go. We are prepared to assist civilian first responders should a situation need more help. And if even more help is needed, we have agreements with other states to bring in additional manpower. That's how we got Highway 36 rebuilt so soon after the floods of 2013, and a month ahead of schedule.
Well, this retaining wall is actually being constructed by the 219th Red Horse, Montana Air National Guard. And what we have here is we have the perfect combination of the Guard. Whereas someone has a civilian skill set that they've developed on the civilian side, they brought here to the Guard, and we're using that to contribute to the community.
National Guard units with construction specialties were brought into Colorado, and our road reconstruction project became a real-world exercise for them, saving the state millions of dollars while getting the job done.
Air-Minded America organizes its civilian pilots for patrol duty out over the vast open spaces of the West.
The Civil Air Patrol is the Air Force auxiliary made up entirely of volunteers. The CAP is a non-profit organization providing emergency services. The CAP flies a variety of small aircraft for emergency uses that would otherwise be extremely expensive for military jets or helicopters flying search and rescue missions, photo reconnaissance missions, and support for other agency requests. But the primary mission of the Colorado Wing is to provide future leaders with aerospace education. We take young men and women and teach them skills they can apply to everyday life. The CAP does not require members to be military veterans, nor does it require cadets to take on a military service obligation. It does, however, require them to be good citizens.
Everybody smile for me, that's a great picture.
The Division of Veterans Affairs does not build monuments. We quietly go about our business helping Colorado's more than 400,000 veterans receiving some sort of assistance from the U.S. Veterans Administration. We help with claims representation, property tax relief, tuition assistance. We also offer employment and transitional assistance. And we are the steward of the award-winning State's Veterans Cemetery in Grand Junction. Quite simply, we support those who deserve federal benefits for their patriotic service. So that's a quick look at the Colorado Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. If you'd like to know more about what we do, just ask. Feel free to talk with a Guard member, thank a veteran, or perhaps you'd even like to talk to a recruiter. We have plenty of opportunities to serve the great state of Colorado and our United States. Serving the citizens of Colorado since 1860, it's our nature and our way of life.